we have a few qualifiers for Money in the Bank so far, Jason, and Carmelo Hayes, Melo Don't Miss, is in, and these were some upsets. I was quite pleased to see it. Carmelo's in there. Andrade, our new WWE Speed Champ, is in there, and we've also got Jey Uso. A lot of people are talking about as the favorite to win this thing at this point. So we have 3 on the men's side. We've got 2 on the ladies' side. Io Sky and Chelsea Green is going to be in the women's Money in the Bank match. So kind of hard to predict, with only part of the field in there. But that's it for the men's. That's not a bad threesome in there for a ladder match, to say the least. Do you see a winner coming out of those 3 is the question.
Not sure yet. If you do have a winner coming out, if I've got to pick one out of that group right there, I'm probably taking Carmelo Hayes.
Wow, really?
I'm probably going there. There's a reason that they took him number 1 in the draft. Really going to see a push with him, I'm sure. I still think guys that are coming in, I think that Andrade is going to get too mixed up with Santo Escobar. I see him coming in next week, so I think there's a little more going on there. It's going to sidetrack him. I just don't know if they're gonna really push Jey Uso in that direction, or they're just gonna wait and kind of let him go back with, like I said before, as we were talking about with the whole bloodline thing, and kind of push that aspect. I think Hayes to me would be the favorite right now out of that trio that's in there.
Wow, that is an interesting call. I'll have to check the betting odds on that. If you go to betonline.ag, and by the way, if you use the code that we have on our website, you can get a matching bonus up to $500. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But yeah, that's an interesting call. I know a lot of people are saying Jay's going to win. I still think Drew McIntyre would be the coolest win for Money in the Bank. To have you're laughing because it would be great.
But how's he going to get in there? He's not even in a qualifying match, is he?
I
mean, they're just putting Finn Balor back in a second chance one. I think that should Finn Balor qualify, I think that's the direction it ends up going, that he ends up winning, and then you have him turning on Judgment Day. And I think that's the breakup on Judgment Day, but Finn's actually got to get in first.
Right. My thought on Drew somehow getting the Money in the Bank briefcase would be that if Punk would win the title, just imagine if Punk won the title and Drew is just torturing him for 4 or 5 months. Could you imagine that?
That would be great.
It would be amazing. That would be great. That'd be incredible.
But don't just think about that, though. He could also torture El Campeón.
He could.
He's at that point able to torture either one of them.
Oh, he could torture anybody.
Yeah.
It'd be fantastic. I mean, Drew McIntyre is just absolutely on fire right now. I would very much enjoy Drew McIntyre with that case.
They need to bring back, if they really want to complete the Drew McIntyre character, you got to go back to the Scottish psychopath. You got to get the long leather coat. You need to bring it back to where he was when he was truly, truly awesome. Let's go back to there.
All right. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'd be great with it. That would be fantastic. And then give him the briefcase on top of it. That's icing on the cake at that point.
That would be something. It's funny, this whole thing with Punk and McIntyre. I threw up a segment where we talked about it last week with NJ Holiday and Matt Black from WrestleZone, but I did cut down a tiny little portion where I asked the guys, who's the heel? And when I asked the question, one of them said CM Punk and one of them said Drew McIntyre at the same time. It was hilarious. But, these guys have done such a great job. But of course, we're still waiting for CM Punk to get cleared. So, if Phil can keep his body intact, that's a big question. We'll see. He's weak, right? He's weak.
That's Father Time, man. Father Time is still undefeated. Let's never forget that. That's the true champion. Father Time is never losing.
No, he's not.